Come on, matinee. I ain't got $7.50 to pay.
So we have a town where mysterious things start to happen, like motors start to disappear from cars and dogs start to disappear from their backyards. And you know, white people are thinking, oh, illegal Mexicans done moved in. This is a J.J. Abrams film. Now, J.J. Abrams.
So it says.
So it says, yeah. So it says on there.
You can tell because of the lens flare.
I know he consciously came in and said, I'm going to make a movie that is an homage to a heavy influence in my life, Spielberg films from the 80s.
Not only to get the good stuff from Spielberg's films, they also have the stuff that included that's dated now.
Yes.
All those old tricks that everyone sees through now, they're all there. Like, for instance, it is a long time before you see the monster in this movie.
Even the thing that they're trying to hide in this movie is off screen. Talking about, is it time yet? No, stay over there.
They're in the green room.
You got a group of kids in a small town. They're budding amateur filmmakers trying to get into the local film festival, and they're directing a zombie flick.
They could have been the Goonies, but they're doing it.
yeah, exactly.
Only one Goonies.
They got themselves a little Super 8 camera. They go out by the train tracks at night to shoot this big crucial scene of their film, and this train is speeding by, and they see a truck. And that truck crashes head on into that train, and you get a huge, pretty much badass crash.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know, it was great.
It's cataclysmic.
I think Michael Bay directed that scene right there. I'm sorry. That was the most apocalyptic train crash
unless
I've ever seen.
that train had just done a pickup at a dynamite factory. I don't see how they could have done all that.
Denzel Washington showed up that train crashed so great. Everything seems all right. Everybody's alive. Even that brother in the truck. That truck blew up and he's still alive. Maybe it was a white guy that crashed into it. He just burned himself black. I can't tell. But you hear something escape from the train. All of a sudden, all these motors start missing from cars, appliances, electronics. Dogs just say, "Fuck this, I'm gone." Citizens from the town start to end up missing. And it's at that point that we get into not only an homage to Spielberg, but to almost every B-movie, sci-fi, invasion of a small town type film.
Sure.
And that's my biggest problem with this. I've seen this done so much better so many times. I mean, this made me more nostalgic for The Iron Giant.
The Spielbergy stuff is not the stuff with the monster. The Spielbergy stuff is the stuff with the actual characters.
Right.
You've got this group of kids who are all friends, but they all have their own distinct problems. And the little burgeoning first love between the main kid character and the girl that his dad doesn't want him to hang out with.
And it's always got to be a fat, obnoxious kid.
Those kids are funny, you know, except these kids are talking over each other constantly.
They are.
That the movie becomes loud and obnoxious just because of these kids. Now,
Kids are going to grow up to be movie reviewers.
Probably.
I like this film. I do. I have fun with it, but this script is not as tight as I want it to be. I mean, there are so many subplots that kind of slow things down. Like the main kid, Joe Lamb, is the character's name, played by Joel Courtney, and his dad, Jackson Lamb, played by Kyle Chandler. And they have this subplot of, you know, mom's dead. Dad and son don't get along that well. Young Joe goes out there and meets Dakota Fanning's little sister. They have this romantic subplot that's in there, and it's like, you know, that stuff should be short because it weighs down the film. Now,
It should be more interesting.
It takes over to the point that
It does.
you go like, was there an alien in this?
Yeah. I'm looking at things here that just don't make sense to me. The Air Force comes in, and there's something loose in this town that they don't want anybody to know about. They don't ever set up a perimeter around that train. Those kids are out there filming. They got the soldiers even acting in the movie. You know? It's like, come on, man. Really, you gonna let these kids get this close to like something this top secret? One thing I got to give J.J. Abrams credit for. Thank God that they want to go back and like not show you anything and actually tease you throughout the film and not show you too much.
But the thing is that, wow, you better have a fucking brilliant payoff. But after like every 30 minutes goes by going, it's coming now. Here we go. Oh, some crazy. What was it? It's coming out. Oh, and it doesn't.
Hour and a half, you start going, you know what? I think the Great Pumpkin is not showing up tonight.
I was really disappointed in the story. It really gave me nothing. I got to give it a rental.
Okay.
I really have to give it a rental.
All right.
There's really nothing new except for maybe just, and purely in an effects-wise sense, the train crash. I'm going to give it a high rental. You know, people should see and decide for themselves. Clearly, some people really enjoyed this.
The kid actors were all great, especially that Elle Fanning. I was like, wow, she's amazing. Something that's positive is that it's like a horror movie you can take your kids to. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of, you know, foul language here and there, but for the most part, they can go see it, identify with the kids. They probably haven't seen the Spielberg movies that you've seen. I just drop it at a low matinee.
I've seen it done with more innovation, where this is just done with a lot more cliches. Nevertheless, I think critics are going to, like, more than us, who are less jaded than us, are going to love this movie. I think crowds are going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to give this, nice matinee. I'm just gonna tell people what the creature is. You know, that you want to know what broke out that train? It was the world's angriest train hobo. Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care.